She took everything in the divorce. The house, the money, even my dog, Max. The first time I realized what she'd done, I wasn't even angry. I just stood there, holding the coffee cup she used to fill every morning, staring at the notification on my phone. Balance, $0. She had cleaned out every account, shut off access to our credit cards, even rerouted my paycheck to a closed joint account. Sophie didn't leave me. She erased me. Before we continue, please hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and turn on the notification bell for updates. You ever wonder how someone can go from soulmate to stranger overnight? One morning, we were making plans for a cabin trip. That afternoon, she was gone. Divorce papers on the counter. No fight. No explanation. Just a signed document and silence. But here's where it gets interesting. I didn't fight her. I didn't beg. I just smiled. Because Sophie, she thought she won. She thought she took everything. What she didn't know, and what I never told anyone, was that while she was busy packing her bags and draining our accounts, I was holding on to something she never thought to look for. Something that would make her regret every smug step she took out that door. And exactly 31 days later, she called me crying, shaking, desperate. But what came next would change everything, and no one saw it coming. You ever have someone look you in the eyes like they love you, while they're already planning their escape? That was Sophie. Tuesday morning, she handed me coffee like it was any other day, kissed me on the cheek, smiled. By lunchtime, I was divorced. I don't mean separated. I mean signed, filed, and already processed. She'd fast-tracked the whole thing. I found the papers in a neat manila folder sitting next to my sandwich in the fridge. Yeah, she actually packed me lunch with the damn divorce papers inside. You think I'm joking? I wish I was. She'd planned it for months. Turns out, while I was working overtime trying to pay off our mortgage early, she was consulting lawyers, moving her commissions into a separate account, and whispering to a man I didn't even know existed yet. By Friday, our joint accounts were drained. I checked the app and literally laughed. Zero across the board. Even the emergency savings we kept for just-in-case moments gone. She even took Max, my dog. Not even our dog, my dog from before we met. I came home to lock doors. My key didn't work. The security code was changed. Furniture? Gone. My dad's watch? Gone. The coffee machine I bought her for Christmas? Still sitting on the counter. The only thing she left behind was the smell of her perfume. But I didn't text her. Didn't call. Instead, I crashed on my buddy Jake's couch. Ate ramen. Stared at the ceiling. Let the world think I was defeated. Because while she was popping champagne in Cabo with some guy named Eli, I opened a hidden file that changed everything. They say never hide things in a marriage. But what if hiding something is the only reason you survive? You see, 2 years before Sophie served me the coldest divorce in history, I took a risk. A quiet one. No drama. No big announcement. A guy I met at a tech conference offered me equity in a little crypto startup instead of a consulting fee. Most people laughed at the project. It was unstable, unpredictable, probably doomed. But I didn't laugh. I accepted the deal and forgot about it. No one knew. Not Jake, not my parents, and definitely not Sophie. The shares were held under a private LLC I created before we even got married. Buried under paperwork no one ever checked. It wasn't shady. It was just mine. Fast forward to a month after the divorce. While I'm still eating noodles and letting everyone think I've been financially gutted, I get a call. The startup got acquired. Big time. They sold to one of the biggest fintech companies in the country. My equity? Worth $2.4 million. Let that sink in. She took my money. But not that money. Because legally, that LLC wasn't marital property. It had never touched our shared finances. She couldn't take what she didn't know existed. I wasn't broke. I was silent. She thought she left me in ruins, and I let her believe it. I didn't even touch the money right away. I wanted her to think I was suffering, broken, powerless. Because when someone thinks they've won, they get sloppy. And that's exactly what Sophie did. But it wasn't me who exposed her. It was someone else. And once he started talking, everything unraveled. Her dream life, Yeah, it came with a price tag. And it turns out she couldn't afford it. The guy Sophie ran off with, Eli, the one she started flaunting all over Instagram 2 weeks after our divorce? He wasn't some rich finance bro like she made him out to be. He was a con. Real smooth, though. Designer shoes, smooth talk, and just enough fake investment jargon to hook someone who thought she was finally trading up. She fell for him hard. And fast. But here's the punchline. The guy had debt in 3 states, no real job, and a history of starting crypto ventures that mysteriously vanished after the seed money came in. Guess who his next target was? Sophie. She wired him $70,000. Her savings, her commissions, everything she didn't take from me, she gave to him. Because he promised her a stake in a new blockchain platform that would outpace Ethereum within 6 months. Spoiler alert, it didn't exist. Then poof, he ghosted, disappeared.
Dalates socials.
Changed numbers, blocked her, and right around the same time, she got a letter from the IRS. Turns out, she forgot about our joint tax filing from the previous year. I'd filed an extension, but she was still legally responsible. And guess what? The bill was huge. She panicked, tried to call me, blocked. She emailed. Nothing. Her last Instagram post was a blurry cocktail in Tulum with the caption, "Manifesting peace waterwave sparkles." Then silence. Until one rainy Tuesday night, she showed up at my doorstep, hair soaked, eyes red, shoulders shaking. And all I said was, "Why are you here?" She looked like a stranger, standing there on my porch in the rain, drenched head to toe, mascara bleeding into her cheeks, arms wrapped around herself like they could hold her life together. "Sophie," I said flatly.
No emotion. No invitation.
She didn't answer right away, just stared at me like she was trying to figure out if I was real or not, or maybe if this was real, the part where she had to crawl back. "I didn't know where else to go," she finally whispered. "I messed up." You ever seen someone who used to feel 10 feet tall suddenly look about 2 inches? That was her. She confessed everything, Eli, the fake crypto scheme, the money she invested, the IRS letters piling up on her counter. She told me she was scared, said her friends had stopped replying. Even her sister was dodging her calls. She had nowhere to go. No money.
No allies.
I thought you'd help me," she said, reaching for my hand. Her fingers were cold, trembling, and there it was. The old Sophie, the one who used to cry during late-night movie marathons, the one who used to fall asleep on my chest. For a second, I felt the ghost of that girl. Then it hit me. She wasn't sorry for what she did. She was just sorry it didn't work. "You thought I was broke," I said calmly. "But now you know I'm not." Her lips parted. A tear rolled down her cheek. She started to say something else. I cut her off with 2 words. And then I closed the door. "Not today." That's all I said. 2 words.
No anger. No shouting. No slamming doors.
Just, "Not today." And the look on her face? That was the real payoff. Not the money. Not the revenge. That moment. See, people like Sophie, they never expect the fall. They think they're too charming, too clever, too far ahead of the curve. But what they never see coming is silence. I didn't gloat. I didn't explain anything. I didn't even watch her walk away. I just locked the door and walked back inside. And for the first time in months, the air in the house felt clean. Not empty. Not bitter. Just mine. Later that week, I moved into a new place. Quiet neighborhood. Big windows, no ghosts. Max came home, too long story. But let's just say the guy watching him didn't like Sophie much either. I never touched the 2.4 million like some lottery winner. I used it to rebuild. Started a small coding school for underprivileged teens. Invested in businesses that actually meant something. Real things. Things that last. And Sophie? Last I heard, she's back in real estate. Selling dreams she can't afford to live. Remember what I said at the beginning? She thought she ruined me. But she didn't ruin me. She revealed me. So I'll ask you this, if someone tried to take everything from you, what would you hide? Because one day, they might come back. And when they do, make sure the only thing they recognize is the door. Like, subscribe, and drop a comment if you've ever had your own not today moment.